What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Randy, with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you another fantastic Age of Empires mobile video today. In today's video, we'll be talking about a theory crafting build for my infantry units. We'll be looking at how we are going to massively boost both my damage and healing in this theory crafted build. And then we will be testing the build in the field against an enemy target. Okay, we will be attacking an enemy keep with about 70,000 troops in it just to explore the overall effectiveness of this loadout. So, we will also be talking in a minute about the sponsor for today's content, GemZ. Get excited. Here we go. Alright folks, this is a Swordsman focused setup. We're using the Warrior affix on the hero, so everybody's getting a nice stat bonus, okay? The overall setup we are really prioritizing here is Miyamoto Musashi as the lead commander. We have Harold III as the secondary hero here, who is a support, giving a lot of bonuses to Miyamoto and a little bit of healing. We have Josephine in the march as well, giving some support to Miyamoto as well as healing overall. And the main damage dealer in this build is going to be Miyamoto, with a little bit of damage coming from Harold as well. Okay? So, if you don't have Miyamoto, and Miyamoto is available in the VIP shop level 1 and onwards, okay, you can use a few substitute heroes instead of him if you're free to play. There are several other strong heroes that actually fit that very well. Let's go ahead and pull them up here. Filter by Swordsman and Warrior. Okay. First hero we're going to talk about is Constantine the Great. Constantine the Great is also a tremendous substitute. He has the same sub-skills that we'll be talking about today, okay, meaning the high spirit, giving you a higher activation chance on your hero skills. He's going to be fantastic. If you don't have Emperor Constantine the Great, you can use Hammurabi. Hammurabi also does solid damage, and he has, again, the main focus for this build being the high spirit secondary skill. So if you don't have Miyamoto, who is a spending hero, and you have these other heroes, these guys are going to do a great job substituting for that, okay? But Miyamoto is a massive damage dealer. Let's again take a look at this. The skills we want to run on Miyamoto, the theory crafting we are doing here, is essentially talking about using skills that have high spirit, okay, to give you higher activation chance on your active skills. The active skills that Miyamoto is using is going to be his signature skill. This is an active type. This is going to do tremendous damage. It already has a 25% hit chance to activate. Now we're adding another almost 9% to it at level 25 with no ascension on the skills star levels, okay? Then we have another skill that does great damage. It routes the enemy, so it debuffs them, and it does tremendous damage over 6 seconds over time. This also is going to benefit from this almost 9% activation boost. So you're going to see a lot of activations from these two skills in this combat, which is really tremendously exciting for me. I cannot stress enough, okay? The next mainstay for this build is Harold III. He is absolutely amazing, and we are using him both because he does a little bit of damage, but also because he is going to be boosting the damage of Miyamoto. Miyamoto's damage is going to be boosted by, okay, Harold's signature skill here. It's going to dramatically boost Miyamoto's secondary strike and activate, can't speak today, his active and secondary strike skills. And we're not using secondary strike skills, we're using active skills, so that'll work just great there. Okay, and again, we have high spirit. So we are going to have 28% chance to activate this. Then we're going to add another 9% to it. So we're really going to have 37% chance, okay, to activate this every time your hero takes action, which is a big deal. All right. Next, we will have Bloodthirst. Bloodthirst also is going to benefit from high spirits, so we're going to see a lot of activations from Heroic Berserker and Bloodthirst from Harold III. Finally, the third hero in this march is going to be Josephine. Josephine, again, is going to do decent damage, okay? She's going to do decent healing overall, and she's going to have a few other skills here that I'm not using the legendary skills on yet, and I may be using them in the future. But she has a few other skills here that will help her really boost overall your own damage output, and then, of course, you get to apply more route debuffs, which will apply more damage over time, which is really fantastic as well. Okay? So Josephine is sort of the hero that's in play here that you could switch out for another hero if you like. She is not mandatory for the build. Ideally, you could put another hero that has high spirits in here, have 3 heroes with tremendous activation chances and doing incredible amounts of damage. So that is the build. we are going to go ahead and run our face directly into an enemy keep right now. They're a little bit lower keep level than us, but we are going to go attack them to see if we can get a good combat report against them. I just want to assess how this build does in larger combat. Get excited. Here we go. Let's talk real quick about the sponsor for today's video, GemZ. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to spend money in this game, you should check out the link in my video description below for the GemZ Discord. GemZ has sponsored today's content. GemZ will allow you to get in-game packs at approximately 10% discounts compared to what is advertised for US customers, with higher discounts for those in other areas, okay? Check the link to their Discord in my video description below. Thank you, GemZ, for sponsoring today's content. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and have this encounter happen. Again, we're looking for massive damage from Miyamoto, good damage from Harold, our support, and seeing what kind of healing that Josephine does, okay? We are going to go ahead and collide here, see what happens. Let's go, Miyamoto. Alright, and again, I am expecting a quick victory. I am a couple levels higher than this guy with the next higher tier troops. But again, we just want to test the overall performance, the activation of the skills, and see how this looked overall. Really excited to look at this report. We'll go ahead and pull back. I don't need to kill this guy's base by any means and see what that looks like, okay? Alright, so here is the combat report, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, this was a massive victory for myself. Again, I'm using a higher tier troop with stronger heroes, so that is not the point of this video. Into the comparison itself. Into the details. Alright. So we had some really great looking damage output from Miyamoto's activation of his signature skill. Okay, Moment of Yin, which does incredible damage. Very nice. We also had great damage coming from Earth Crush, which is very exciting for me. It has a great activation chance at 25%, plus the route debuff, which really helps some other heroes trigger their abilities, which is great. Little bit of damage coming from Harold here, not too bad. And a little bit of healing. Again, maybe this would have been better in a little bit of a longer, more challenging fight. And here we go. Josephine also pumping out half-decent damage and healing. But overall, damage per damage, we are seeing far higher actual damage output from Miyamoto. The total here from his might skills is 33,470. And we are, again, getting bonuses both from his increased skill for higher activation chance on his active skills, as well as the buff that Harold is giving him for bonus might damage output after using Harold's signature skill. Really happy with this performance. It actually went exactly how I was hoping for damage spread. So all that's left is to actually line this up with a much larger, more challenging fight to go from there. Theory crafting, I think, successful, has worked how we wanted. I'm really happy to see that. So if you guys have enjoyed this video on theory crafting a Miyamoto, okay, super high activation build, please feel free to like and subscribe. I love you guys long time. Randy, out.